Okay, good evening. Welcome to the Week 10 podcast. For the third week in a row, it's Bengali Bombers. Point of note, has anyone ever seen the movie Groundhog Day? Anyway, how you feel tonight, Deval?
Oh yeah, we're back for week 3, third week in a row. Yes, I did watch the movie Groundhog Day, and it was a very good movie with Bill Murray, if I remember correctly. And he kept on showing up day after day after day, just like me, week after week after week. Good to be back, Sal.
All right. You have won 4 in a row, and you've averaged 78 points per week in the last 4 weeks, for a total of 312 points. Did you envision this team putting up these points when it was drafted?
Frankly, I did, yes. I know that might sound cocky to people, but if you look, I haven't made too many moves. The only time I've made moves is when people have been off on bye weeks or injury, and then try to get a replacement. But yeah, no, I was pretty confident in my draft. I said it early on that it's a good team, but I know that the pundits, right, were calling it another way because they thought, oh yeah, good team, but only show and no substance. Well, guess what? The bombs are dropping everywhere now.
You are definitely making a statement. You're proving all the doubters wrong. That's for sure. Okay, this week you have a G-Men team who desperately needs another a win after last week's abysmal showing. You could pretty much almost guarantee end his season with a win this week. So, what do you feel about that?
Yeah, division opponent. That's the plan, right? It's always to get those wins, and if it helps you bury somebody along the way, then you take those opportunities and you stay with them even more. So, looking forward to putting the G-Men out of his misery for sure this week.
Okay, he's been in desperation mode, just like a few other teams at the bottom of their respective divisions. Okay,
Yeah.
so do you think you can run the table, win the next 4 weeks?
No, I take it a week at a time. I mean, why do I care about running the table? It's about getting into the dance and let's see what happens there. But no, I'm not going to predict that because I don't need to. Take it week by week, see what happens.
All right, that's a good week to week. That's always a safe plan because if you put too many eggs in one basket or if you look too far ahead, you might miss what's right in front of you. So
That's right.
this past week, you got contributions from every player position except the one you probably expected the most from, which was Dalvin Cook. But you got a score from everyone else, top to bottom in your roster, that helped you with the win. It wasn't a spectacular, like 1 or 2 or 3 players exploding for you like in the past weeks. This was top to bottom, a very well-balanced attack this past week.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet to see. I mean, I was watching that Monday night game just because I wanted Dalvin Cook to get 6 more points. Or Sunday night, I forget what it was, but the night game. And, that would have, I was just watching it just to see if he would do it, and then everybody would be up on the board except the defense. But, all contributions from all sides. I mean, the team is pretty strong, not shaky, and, we're looking forward to this week to go up against the G-Men.
That's right. He's there's a kickoff in Seattle right about now, and I know he's hoping for a big game from Russell Wilson. So the last time those two teams met, it was a shootout, and Wilson had a great game. So I know he's looking to jump ahead of you quickly and by a lot tonight.
So he's going to need it, right? If he wants to have a chance at it, he's going to need a big game from Russell. But that's okay. We can overcome deficits fairly quickly, as you see on my team.
Very true. Very true. Okay, Deval. So this is the time of the podcast. You got a bone to pick with any GM or the league? You want to shout out? You want to call someone out? You want to trash their team? Trash their decisions? What do you got?
I think I, said my piece the last couple weeks. I guess instead of trashing any GM or the league, I have a request for Stacy. How about that at the NFL headquarters? I'd like her to draw up potential playoff scenarios after this week is over, so that when I talk to you next week, we can discuss any possibilities of how many teams have what chance to make the playoffs. And I'd just like to take a kind of look at it with a week 2 to go. But I think it's too early now. Let's wait until this week is done. But if Stacy can cook that up, that would be great.
Okay, I know she's going to put in for overtime. She's got the union contract with her, but I'll see if we can get her to push those stats through for you.
Yep, the key point of that was now that I'll talk to you next week again.
Yes, I picked up on that. I don't know if everyone else did, but they did now.
Yeah, because it takes more than you got to score the highest point for the week, and obviously this is old news, but I've been doing it week after week after week, and no reason to believe anybody else is going to even come close this week. So let's go Bombers.
All right, Deval. Thanks again for joining us. Congrats on the big week. Good luck this upcoming week and your push for the playoffs. And who knows? Maybe we'll talk to you next week.
You got it. Thanks, bud.
All right. Thank you, Bombers. Take care.